A wise man once said that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Just wait until you hear what went down this weekend. This is a podcast worth tuning in for. It's time for a much-needed fantasy therapy session. It's time for the weekend wash-up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Rocket. We can't hear.
That's Justin! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's MVP! That's why he's the GOAT!
Oh, no.
I might need one of you boys to take over this week.
Oh, no.
It's that time of week. We are back again. And I am your host, Matt, the coach of the worst fantasy side in Australia.
Oh.
And probably the worst fantasy coach in Australia. And joining me, down from the comfy chairs below me,
Yep.
David and Jord.
Couple of winners.
Well. How was your weekend?
Bloody good, mate. Fantasy-wise, good. Weekend, good.
Yeah.
Big tick. Good
You?
Mother's Day?
Yeah, Mother's Day. Mum's happy. Can't complain.
Yeah?
You?
Yeah, I don't know. Like Friday and Saturday weren't the best. I can't remember what happened actually. A couple of things,
Blacked out.
went wrong. I just at one point said, "Nope, the phone's going away," and
Yeah.
I'm not watching anything more Saturday. And look, here we are. I'm on the washing machine, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you, we've got some decent content out of it. Look, if there's one thing when my team goes horribly wrong, I can at least say, you know what?
Yeah, it's good for
Some
everyone
people can tune in and listen to my pain.
Yeah.
And there are people with me, not many of them.
You're,
Not many as stupid as you.
As you posted your
None actually.
you posted your trades from the weekend. I think
Yeah,
that really helped a lot of people.
I think when
You-
people thought they had some stinking trades,
Yeah.
there was a lot of replies to that, and a lot of I'm being serious. I don't think there has ever been worse trades. I think there's a
I
conversation.
did say worse on that thread.
Did you?
No.
There was not. No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
No. And I saw some shockers. Look, we'll talk about it in a
I was
second.
going to say there couldn't have been
Yeah, it
anything
was the
worse than
worst.
that.
No. It's let's get into the scores and the ranks, eh?
Yeah.
So it's fucking round 9, right? And I've scored 2008. And that was 2008, thanks
Well-
to Bailey Smith
Yeah.
dragging himself and my team through broken glass to get to 2000. That could
Yeah.
have been like
Oh, yeah.
1800 at
Oh
one
my
point.
God, yeah, Bailey Smith.
Well, I had a great day today.
Yeah,
And I still just got to 2000. I'm looking at my team. I actually haven't made a genuine upgrade yet. And it's round 9, as I just said. So this is the worst team I've ever crafted. And yet I'm somehow 3.8k, which is rather concerning to me.
I think
Because
this is you're at the top of the slide.
Well,
I
I
think.
was going to say...
Do you think it could go?
I saw a bloke in a mailbag who tweeted he was at 5,000 2 weeks ago and he's now down at 19k.
Oh,
And it did flash through my head that I could be joining you soon,
Wouldn't
mate.
shock me.
So yeah,
Not
look,
shock me.
I've put the cue in the rack, to be honest. But look, you boys are flying, so let's get up and about. Here we go.
Yeah. So I went 2-1-7-1. So I actually had a massive week
It's massive.
with a 75 captain as well. So I'm up to 1870. So I was up around 1,300 spots.
Can you walk us through the captain choice? Because that was just
Friday night, I said,
that was just
fuck
like
it, we go McRae.
Is that a couple pints?
No, I hadn't had a
saying
beer
that?
at that point, actually. I was just like, what was either me Gorn or McRae and
McRae against George Hewitt.
Friday night
Renowned
footy, mate.
I respect
Shut
it.
down.
I don't know,
respect it.
whatever. Just,
Yeah,
you
I know. I
throw
mean,
caution to the wind.
Well,
Look
mate,
what happens.
and look what happened. It was huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, look, I know you said we're up and about, but I only scored about 50 more points than yourself with 2059. That dropped me about 300 spots to 606. So, about 130-ish off 100th I was looking at.
Okay,
So
well,
that's kind of 1 week.
no, that is 1 week.
Yeah, just the concern I have is I've got Clary, Short. We don't know what's wrong with Shorty now.
No,
I mean, that was a very, very late out, so that could be...
that was pretty funny actually when that happened. At that
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
it was beyond anger, just verged into
Yeah.
just you have to laugh now.
And then pretty
And
much.
a lot of people had Zach Reed emergency.
Yeah, they
we
did.
talk
Oh,
about.
so they would have got the kissing.
Oh, that is the biggest.
Oh, you
kissing
had one
of all
last week,
time.
mate. So it comes
Not that
around,
big.
eh?
Yeah, and then I've also got my round 12 buys just stacked with primos, and my rookies are shit.
Yeah.
So
You hadn't looked at your round tour buys were a slight.
Oh, yeah.
concerned, but that... No,
Well, we've got guys like Ed Richards, so...
Well, you've got guns, don't
Yeah.
you? So...
We'll
you're
find
going
out.
fine. You're going fine.
It's okay.
Okay, so we've got to talk about it, right? So grade my trade.
Here we go.
No, so I think we do have to have a serious conversation here. That forget the grade. Because I sat here and I was like, how do I grade this?
You can't.
We've gone through like all the grades at this point.
Yeah, you have.
Forget the grade. Are we saying that these are the definitive 2 worst trades in AFL fantasy history by somebody trying?
Yeah.
Because
They're the worst I've seen.
Here they are. So, firstly, I needed to free up some cash for my team. So, I decided to go Zach Reid
Okay.
out on the back of, an 80 and a 90.
Out of curiosity, who was there? Who else could you have traded out?
Well, Bicey was there. I'd seen he had proved that he had a ceiling of 120 before, so I thought, no, he's got it in him.
So
Got it within him.
Read off the back of a 90, you thought.
Well, I
Nah,
thought
he's
maybe he's like a boring 80. And so
a
he
boring
was
80?
Yeah.
With
so
a break even of 30.
Well, yeah.
it's
not
in a
great.
cash-stricken
It's not great,
season.
no matter how you
We're
flip
just
it.
kicking him while he's down
Yeah,
there, aren't we,
it's
Jordan?
not great how you flip it.
He deserves
And
it.
so he gave you a boring 118 points.
Ooh,
Turned
baby.
into Brian Lake for the weekend.
Yeah.
Not for the weekend, mate.
Well, I know. Well, now
This
he's
is
going to
him.
be... This is him now.
Break
Mo
even.
Riddler.
Break even's back down to 21 as well.
So, break even at 21, does he?
Yeah.
So, I'm trading him back in.
Break
so, there you
even 21.
go. So,
Oh, yes.
Zach Reid out
Okay.
for Hayes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty bad.
That, if it couldn't have been any worse...
Yeah, but Hayes
He was good.
Yeah.
He was in the
Nah,
third
that's-
quarter,
that's not right.
ACL, and he ended up being on my field after old Shorty.
Yep, same. Yep.
So yeah, Reed's 118 to Hayes' 51 and ACL. And then that's the end of his cash in.
Yeah.
And then the upgrade, well, what I thought was meant to be an upgrade was Cozzy Pickett. Now, come on. He went 60 and 60 against fucking Richmond and the Eagles. Richmond and the Eagles. 60 and 60. Well, at that point, you guys were rightfully pointing out that this is Cozzy Pickett,
Yeah.
who's averaged 60 for his whole career. What are you doing trading him in? And it was fair enough.
So you got to get rid of him, you thought.
Got to get rid of him.
For who?
100 points. Well, hang on. First, we've got to just talk
107
about how he
points,
dropped
mate.
107 and looked fucking dominant.
He did. I
Again.
think he's a trade target for me.
He's a
this week.
trade target, is he? 107 to fucking Nick Dacos. 67.
I don't know how you didn't see that tag come in, to be honest. Mate.
Oh, mate. I know. He is.
Calvin's number one captain got him over the line.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nick Dacos is the biggest pissant in the AFL. I mean, what was it? Who was it? What was his name? What's his name? Corey Wagner?
Yeah. He's borderline
Come
waffle,
on.
to be fair.
Mate, he
Borderline
only had
waffle.
4 days off.
He went over and
yeah.
he breathed on Nick Dacos, and all of a sudden he looked like he'd been fucking shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mate,
Oh, my
5-day
hip.
break, massive travel time.
I thought
And
Wagner
5-day
was.
break.
I
And you
thought
put
Wagner
him in.
was. I thought he was cheating
Nick
half the
Dacos.
time, to be honest, mate. Just fucking grabbing him.
Mate, so, yeah, and it's happened so many times before, it's not a coincidence now.
Yeah.
Getting a hard tag, getting beaten. Oh, wow, I'm a bit sore. And actually, when he went to full forward, that was the only 20 minutes he was good for
He
the
looked
game.
really good there, yeah.
He saved himself from a 40.
So, I tell you, he had a couple. I think it was the third
went
quarter where
negative.
he went negative, and he had. It was 2 free kicks against straight away. You never want to see that for your player because the
Aye.
confidence just goes bang.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gone.
just...
I was at soccer training and
It was
I
a fucking
finished training and I
disgrace.
checked the score and I saw 67 and I was actually happy because I knew you'd put him in. I didn't
Yes.
even care. It was
So-
just perfect.
I mean, look,
Well, that's it. Most people have him, but most
Yeah.
people had him 4 or 5
for all
weeks
the
ago. So
140s, you know?
if you traded him in this week or last week,
Yeah. And paid
it's-
1.1 mil for
it's
him.
just been.
so
disaster.
there you go. That was actually, minus 100 points.
Yeah.
Lost all my cash in with Reed.
Mm.
And now Hayes is done. Yeah, So anyway, I landed on Arthur.
Oh, I see what you meant.
Yeah, okay.
That
that's
is
probably
that's
getting blurted
just
out,
uncouth,
isn't it?
mate.
Yeah.
At least you're calling yourself.
Let's move on from this bloke.
It was, mate. I just
So-
call it how I see it.
I went Moraes to Boxall and then Lawler to Wanganeen Miller. So I gave it a B+.
Yeah.
Because I think Boxall's going to be the sub this week,
Yeah.
I'd say. And then
Yeah.
I was tossing up Zorko and Wanger. So
I mean-
probably picked wrong there as
I
well.
mean, at least you didn't go Hayes, right?
Yeah.
And
Or
NWM
Or
yeah,
Dacos,
Zorko.
or Briggsy, or...
Yeah. or Pickett. You could have you could have gone. Yeah, Zorko.
That was who I was tossing up.
He had mate. He had a 50-point last quarter.
It was gross. I was watching it again.
Mate, and also NWM. If he didn't get injured, he goes 140 there.
Yeah.
So I thought
I'm glad he got back out there.
Yeah, I think that was a good trade.
That was scary. Yeah, thank you.
And he's got the good buy too. So
Yes, exactly.
yeah. So mine were pretty poor as well, to be fair, Duck. So Murphy Reid went to Hayes. Murphy Reid had to go, but Hayes in's just a shocker. And then I went Bicey to Josh Dacos. So just a brain fade. Big F this week. I think Jordan's just taking a selfie of Ducky.
You're going to have to give him something here, Jordan, because I've clocked out.
Yeah. But yeah, Hayes was just looking so good, and you just have to feel for him doing that ACL, and then the misery. That was the misery compiler on top of Dacos after Freo just chipped it around all night, and yeah, when my other option was Steele, who turned up the next night, it was pretty brutal.
I feel like we did say Steele in the end.
To David.
I think so.
I said Steele,
Yeah.
But
But I look,
I mean,
Josh
much of
Dacos
a
will
muchness,
be fine.
right?
He'll be fine.
I do feel.
I also said Dacos is a safe 95 to 100.
I do
right?
feel like that night. I mean, as you said, the 5-day break, but then also Freo in the second half, in particular, just started playing keepy off.
Well, none of their mids scored well.
I think
so.
they did all night. You did say something that I think we have to put a ban on Thursday night trade-ins.
Yeah,
For these
during the season.
These 5-day,
Yeah.
these 5-day breaks.
Yeah, once it gets into like around these rounds, because they've played like obviously 8 or 9 rounds.
Yeah.
And then 5-day break is not ideal. So
Yeah.
and never mind. Winner of the week, boys.
Yeah, look, okay, let's pick it up. Get positive here for a second. Winner of the week, and come on now, Bailey. None of us captain him, did we?
No, stupidly.
Which is
I don't know what's going on.
what are we
I
thinking?
looked at his scores. I'm like, it's just the easiest vice or captain every week.
He's got to be about the highest averaging player
I think he is.
in the
I think
competition
he's like
now. He's
almost
got-
120.
Absolutely, and it's Bailey Smith, obviously. 149 points. What a bloody hero. Honestly, the rest of my team is so fucking shit. But week in, week out, this guy is busting a gut to put a 120 on the board to drag me to 2,000. And frankly, at this point, he rolls out of bed and has 30 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now this is his 4th game with 8+ tackles. So honestly, you know, I can't do a standing ovation, but a sitting ovation from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done,
Averaging
mate.
119 now.
119.
Yeah.
And I didn't even consider him
Yeah.
for my captaincy.
He's dominant, isn't he? And the way he works
Oh, it's the
for the
work.
ball
He's
for the
hungry
plus
for the bill.
6.
Yeah.
The work. It's the work rate. Oh, it's the same as Whitfield. It's you love to see it.
Yeah, it's the thing
Um,
to
Do
behold.
you think someone tags him at some point?
Well, I can't believe nobody has.
Yeah. Maybe he just runs too hard.
You probably
anyway.
can't go
Well,
with
they
him.
lost, right?
Anyway, so
It was a good game.
It was a good game.
He's a player that the rest of my rabble just needs to look up and admire, and I think he has to be skipping next week because I need someone to set the example.
Who have they got next week?
Port next week.
Oh.
130.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well done, Baz.
All right. So I had last week's loser of the week turned
Wow.
into this week's in the week. Nick Martin, 141.
Oh, you love that.
He repaid the faith, mate. 38 touches. I didn't get to watch the game, but I had written fully down back. But then I realised all of Essendon were fully down back. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
mean,
it was he playing half back?
I literally refused to watch this game. I think Dave was playing footy, and I didn't have Reed and refused to watch. So, all I saw was the heat map was very much in
Yeah,
the
it was very
fence.
down back. So if he's
So-
down back, he'll put up big scores. So
And Essendon's heat map was down back. So
Oh, mate, everyone just jumped
Yeah.
it there, didn't
it
they?
was unbelievable.
nah,
they had a win.
I'm
so-
stoked. So happy I've got him. I think people will probably chase him this week as well.
Yeah, well now that he's because he had that couple 70s, but when you can go 140
Exactly.
as a
It's the ceiling.
900 odd K forward,
Yep. No
Yeah.
brainer. So no, very good.
awesome.
David.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice from you. Yeah, mine is back-to-back winners
Oh.
of the week, boys.
But he's getting even better.
On a hat trick.
It's
Getting even better.
it's just a thing of beauty, lads. Ed Richards, 131.
So good.
Yeah, last 5 average of 107 and last 3 of 114 now. And the old homage of going with the roll has come true here. Yeah, he's one of the top-rated players in the game, and a 90-point second half was just brilliant to watch.
90-point second half.
Yeah, 48 in the third, and then
My God.
42 in the last. So, yeah, he's 979k now with a break-even of 69 and the round 12 bye. Then just before that is the Cats and Bombers. So
And he looks better with Bont back.
I mean,
he's
Honestly-
their number 1 banana,
honestly, that's
which is the most fucked part of it all.
It's such a cool pick.
Oh, it's been
It's
so
a
good.
great
Like they're
pick.
the kind of picks,
Yeah.
like a Finn. Like I love
Yeah,
watching
even
Finn
Finn,
Callahan.
yeah,
like
Finn's great,
those
yeah.
picks when
Yeah. Well, the fact that it's come off has been
Yeah.
so
Bit of a
satisfying.
Because he was
young player.
tetering for a bit in the 90s.
Yeah,
He
literally,
was.
just
Did he have
he's just
the
on that
ceiling?
90s.
I reckon he was on the block almost at one point.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
but then he last 2 weeks
dominant.
is just it's been awesome. So
Dominant.
hopefully keeps it up into his bye, and then we'll make a call.
But you probably can't. Yeah, you probably can't get on him now, can you? With that buy, but no.
No,
awesome.
it'd be a hard one.
He's going to be hard to move on from.
I don't think I'll be able to trade him
Yeah.
unless he
He's a keeper.
produces a couple stinkers.
Stinkers, yeah. Nah,
Yeah, but
lovely.
and for anyone else, don't jump on.
Yeah, that's right. Before the pod, you were like, nah,
No
I
way.
don't think so.
Losers, lads.
Oh,
Here we
fucking
go.
Take your pick. So, God, narrowing this down was the hardest part. But I've settled on a pretty easy one.
Okay.
John Newcomb. Come on. The green fucking mile. Like, Jesus, those fixtures. Eagles, Richmond, Melbourne. Last three average, 87.
Oh, really?
87 points.
Oh my lord.
Get fucked, mate. And once again, we've said it before. I don't know why I've fallen for it again. Like, this year would be any different.
Yeah.
Mid-season pick up for a reason.
Sabotage.
Mid-season pick up for a reason.
Oh,
You're a
mid-season.
sick bloke, mate, honestly.
Yeah, but you just should never.
I don't know.
Should never have
I
got
chased
him.
I chased the fixtures, and yeah, I got an 87 average. It's a disgrace. I paid 100k extra to get him over track.
Yeah.
Just bizarre, and honestly, just a disgraceful player at this point. 67 points against me. He was lucky to get to 67, actually. Now I know he was tagged
by Clary.
Oh, fucking
Ruined them
please.
both.
Oh, speaking of
Classic.
losers, fucking hell. Anyway, so Jai is a 100 guy at best that I paid a mil for, so that's pretty cool.
I went Jack McRae, 75. And I captained him for the thrill of it.
Yeah.
But fuck me, what could have been this week, I reckon, if I picked anyone else. You know, the Friday night vibes got to me, but that bloke had one tackle in a stoppage fest.
That's oh, no, that was a
Which is
stoppage
a-
fest,
which is
and
a disgrace.
that's his game.
Yeah. So he's actually been pretty shit against the good midfields this year. And I've just written, there is zero chance he averages 107 and a half.
I'm getting pretty, yes. He's down to 101,
Yeah.
and it's getting pretty dark.
Well, yeah, we're in.
Well,
that's round 9.
Last
so.
week he had a 70-point last quarter
Yeah,
to make it
to
look
save
massive.
him.
But before that, it was it's been
I
a hard
know.
watch for a while now. Yep, I think you might have been right. Good to see you.
What was that?
Whoa.
You weren't right in captaining him. That was pretty stupid.
Well,
Whoa.
you know, it's double jeopardy. If he goes well, I get a good captain score. If he goes shit, I win the bet. So,
I said you might have been right. We'll see.
Dave?
Can't believe I've deterred that.
Yeah, neither.
Yeah, mine is. It hurts. Clayton Oliver, 41 points.
Fucking hell.
No.
Stop clapping.
I thought my app was broken when I looked at my phone after footy on Saturday to see a Clayton Oliver 41-point performance.
I actually saw it coming.
I'm actually not sure whether to blame Clayton here, though, as Goodwin put one of his best ball winners into a tagging role on Newcomb, as they lost by nearly 40 points.
Coupled
And
with shit
and
players
kept
going
him on
about
it.
it.
Kept him tagging.
13 disposals and no marks is just pitiful stuff.
It's not good.
Trading Levi Ashcroft and not Oliver last week was an all-time sliding doors mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking guarantee you, in fact,
Nah.
if I trade him this week, he fucking tons.
No, I know. I am the leader of if you trade him out, they will ton. No fucking way Clayton Oliver tons next week.
I told you guys to do it last
He's
week.
going to aaverage 50, mate. He's done.
I told you guys to do it last week, and nobody listens
No,
to Jordan.
honestly, that was
Ever.
for good reason, mate.
We saw it
You
last
literally
year.
just admitted you sabotage.
With
And
what?
now you want me to listen.
Newcomb. Well, no,
Come on, mate.
I actually did it, though. I traded him out.
Anyway,
Yeah.
look,
He's
Hold
got
up.
to go.
no, he
You
has
can't.
to go, and why he didn't go 2 weeks ago is beyond me.
Yeah, we
It's a
should have
shocker.
we should have traded him the other week because I mean, especially for me, I traded Levi Ashcroft instead, which just as I said, sliding doors. It's just completely fucked
He's
my
a better
cash
player.
gen,
Yeah.
and it's actually
Now.
cost me a significant amount of points. So
Yeah.
it's actually fucked.
Yeah, no,
And
that
he
is.
ca-
That's
like-
Zach Reed 2.0.
Fucking yeah. Anyway, I'm sick of seeing him fucking stretching on Instagram.
Why are you watching that?
I don't know.
Seeing how he looks.
All right.
Is the game's going
I'll get into
Get
the
us
games.
onto the games.
Oh, and I tell ya, I've got this game. I went to it, and that'll be my last Freo game.
Did you
for
go to the game?
Yeah, it'll be my last Freo game for many, many years because what I've seen from Freo there is nothing short of a fucking disgrace.
Mate, they are so
Slow,
boring.
side-to-side ball movement meant, their usual suspects went big and their stats, obviously Freo won pretty much every stat they won,
but the game.
but they lost.
You can go side to side,
Yeah.
but do it with just a little bit of intent.
Yeah.
Like, look at GWS.
GWS, Brisbane,
Exactly.
they switch it fast.
Oh,
I think they had 60-something inside 50s
Yeah.
for like 6 marks.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Collingwood had half
Just-
inside
just
50s
flood the back,
and
yeah.
smashed it. Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah, it was fucked. So it meant, obviously their usual suspects went massive.
the
So
top
Jordan
side.
Clark, 134.
Ugh.
Yep, he had 33
Oh, what about
and
this
8
bloke?
marks. And then you go, this bloke,
Fatty
he
Ryan.
wears that fucking weird undershirt, and it kind of seeps out under his thing. Like, he needs to fuck off.
He looked like an Amos footballer.
He needs to fuck off because
was
122, he's had
Of the worst.
30 disposals and 12 marks. But I tell you what, he just he marks it and slows the game down. He just chips it around.
Oh.
It's terrible.
People have been getting on him, and I mean, like,
Fair
I guess
play.
good on ya, but no way I'm
Yeah,
even
I
looking
mean,
at that.
this is me being salty because they just
no,
fucking.
no,
But
no.
yeah,
That is why Freo. Here's why Freo is shit.
yeah, he's priced just under 900, I think, and I just don't think it's a
But
smart call
it's
to
got to
jump
be
on.
how they're being told to play, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Because like, there's
at this
games where they
point-
don't do it, and then there's games like this,
Well-
and a few last year where they did that.
Well, I looked at their quarter by quarters, and we can double check, but I think their top scoring quarters were in the third. So they've come out.
Yeah, no, they
They've
slowed,
had a
to it.
halftime chat,
they slowed it down.
and
even
he's
more.
gone, let's start
slow it
chipping
more.
it even more, boys.
The commentator said that they've come out and slowed it down even more.
It just was a game. Yeah, they both had 40-point thirds.
Longmuir's got to
It's a
go.
disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Mate, he
gotta
does.
Go. He's got to go.
He does. Anyway, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Brayshaw 119. He came back after I think it was a poor one last week.
Take
So
that. No,
you
very
definitely
good.
take that. A lot of people I think viced him, so that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp, 119. Pies depth on full display here. It's sort of like a next man up mentality through that midfield.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Crisp play in the guts,
Yeah.
and actually we've seen in the last few
Last
years.
year.
He struggles, and then he has like a month.
Last
where,
year.
Yeah, where it
So
goes
is
in.
this going to be the month where the Pies say, all right, let's give like
Yeah.
Pendles and Side and
Nah.
all these guys
Oh,
a
maybe.
rest,
Yeah, maybe.
and put Crisp in for a month,
While they rotate out.
and then like send him
Yeah.
back
The
later.
only thing is Tom Mitchell was back.
Yeah, what did he? Oh, we need
Yeah.
to check what he
Find out
did.
what he
Yeah,
had.
VFL check.
Yeah.
I actually,
I'll have a look.
Yeah. Darcy Cameron 113, just getting the job done, continuing his elite form and season. Luke Jackson 92. He had a 62-point second half after Darcy went off. So I don't know if that's one
I
to
know.
note, to be honest. But
well, I mean, we've seen this so many
yeah.
times now.
So I don't know how long Darcy's out for, but maybe you could go there. Sarong 91. He's got a last 5 of 82.
Last 5 of 82.
Wow. That
I
is
think
shocking.
he's still 2 tons for the year.
Yeah, so he's just going to keep bleeding. I mean, you'd have to see at least a couple tons, I reckon, to get back on.
He's
I don't
at
know.
886 with a break even of 116.
Who's that?
Sarong.
Yeah. Fuck. Wow.
There's there's a price where I'll get on board there. Like, we're laughing at his last 5 of 82. He's priced at about 90. So if he has a big game,
One big game. Fuck. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Josh Dacos, so 17-point second half. And I've put here, he was just victim of the 5-day break combined with Freo's chippy keepy off game that seemingly ramped up in that third quarter. Nick Dacos, 67, tagged by Corey Wagner to start with and then went to the square after getting some work done on the bench. Hopefully he's okay.
Embarrassing.
But
Well,
yeah.
is he okay?
After last week's final quarter, this was not what we wanted to see. And he's going to start dropping a fair bit in price.
Oh, I reckon he's out for a month, judging by how he looks.
And then finally, Longy, that's second last. Long 67 has done a job up until this point. So, but it would be a bit annoying if you got on him recently, though. And
That's what you get.
if you have other issues, he stays until a drastic role change occurs, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And then Coop Simpson, 59. So he was probably the rookie pick.
Yeah, he was.
He's now
Yeah.
260k with a break even of 2. The only issue might be job security, but
Yeah.
let's have a look. He
think-
might be.
I think it's who I've got to probably bring in this week.
I just wonder who. I don't know
Job
who's out
security
for
is a
him.
concern.
Well, he played. The thing is, he played in defence.
You said,
So-
you said he looked quite good. Well,
He looked alright
I thought he looked- I thought
until
he
that
looked
point.
good
I
last
think
week.
there was a point. I think they.
Or
It
last
was
year,
about
sorry.
12 minutes left, and they brought up Wharfie time. This fucking stupid shit at Freo, and So it just rings this huge siren and like Wharfie time on the big screen. So everyone gets up and about.
Right.
And then they go forward, streaming forward. Coop Simpson gets it like about on the 50, sort of Grossi style.
Oh,
Gets
so they're
done
up
holding the
and
ball.
about.
Basically ended the game. So, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, on to you guys. Ducks, Saints, Carlton.
Right, yep, okay, Saints Carlton, I'll snap out of it.
Road dog.
Road Dog.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
God.
Here we
We
go,
can
lads.
enjoy that one, can't we?
116 points from Big Monster Marsh. And I think the biggest thing here, 8 marks. Which that's what I think I said last week. In his previous 5 games, he had 8 combined.
Yeah.
Which is what I was circling, saying, what is going on here? Anyway, he did look back to his best, spreading hard. Yeah, 8 marks. Now, it has to be said, that second half was a stoppage fest. Like, that had to be close to some kind of AFL record for stoppages in the second half.
Okay.
So he dropped 75 in the second half.
Yeah.
But, look, I'm not
Did he
saying
look
he's...
all right?
He looked good, but that game was, seriously
yeah.
beneficial to Rux.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he's back to 120, R1 Marsh.
Yeah.
But he looked better.
Yeah.
So, and at 920k, he's bottomed out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
cheap.
you need a ruck, absolutely. Jack Steele, geez, it's ugly stuff. Like, it's not. I was watching pretty closely because he was an option. He's an option this week.
Yeah.
20 disposals again. I reckon he's probably averaging less than 20 disposals, playing full-time mid. So it's fucking grim. But hey, 9 tackles. He loves a hug.
Yeah.
And while he's getting centre bounces and hugging, it's pretty hard for him to average less than, 95. And we've seen that he's capable of, if he has a game where he has 30 touches,
Yeah, that's what I was going to
he's
say.
capable of a massive 140,
Yeah.
which all of a sudden his price will be flying.
So
he has to be an option.
He's got to be an option, and they've got a good buy.
Yes,
Yeah,
and that's
good
another
buy.
good point.
Yeah, week 12.
Yeah, very good point.
And West Coast this week.
And
West
then
Coast this week,
Melbourne,
wow.
and then the Suns.
Why the
into
fuck
the
didn't I
bye.
get him?
Yeah, it's looking like a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
NWM, 108. That's just, ticking over 30 disposals. Very good.
was
That
looking
was,
better.
if he didn't get injured, that was 140.
He was looking very
He was
good.
flying, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he got injured on, 50? I think it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I think
after the
just-
start
Is
of
it,
the
Five
was it
minutes
just,
into
was
the
it just an
second.
ankle tweak? He gonna be
I think
fine?
someone like grazed his ankle or it was a tweak. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so he got a graze and it ruined him from getting 140, eh?
Well, he was off for about 10 minutes, mate. I'm just saying.
Well, he could have hung him up and gone 67, but
Would have had to have been a busy 10 minutes. Patrick Cripps, 108, 10 tackles. So he's actually quite
Cripper.
cheap.
He's cooking, mate.
but
Oh, shit.
Not.
930. He's the same price as Steele.
Yeah, he's had a few good ones now.
He went up 30K
not
this
for me
week.
now though. It was 50 a couple of weeks ago. It was good. TDK 104. Like as I said, stoppage fest. It wouldn't have convinced me to keep him if you were looking at moving him on. But also, everyone's got so many problems at this point.
Yeah. I was just looking at TDK. They've got Sydney this week, and then they've got GWS, and Goldstein scored 90 against Sydney this week.
Right.
Fuck.
So you're
So-
saying.
So Grundy's not the.
If Goldie can score 90, surely TDK
does
can.
it right. Yeah.
Oh no, he's fine.
You
That would be very
you might
luxury.
be able to get away with it all year.
Very luxury.
Or I
maybe
go-
his buy. Maybe his buy could be the
Round
time.
12 is when he goes.
That could be the
boys.
time.
Yeah, get to his buy.
Sinclair 95, 26 disposals. Not lighting it on fire, but he is getting cheap enough to a point where he's
Very
another
cheap.
guy very similar to Sinclair. Steele. He's
934.
934. So he's got a
Wow.
big break even, but he plays the Eagles. So there's no saying he can't hit that.
Yeah.
He should. I think he can outperform that for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Nick Haynes has been very good lately. 85 points, 12 marks. He's settled in for those with him in draft. Huey, 80 points from George Hewitt.
Ugh.
So that's
It's
now
o- it's
70
over.
and an 80. It's over.
It's over.
26
No.
disposals. This is
No, it's not
reverting
over.
back to
It's
George
over.
Hewitt.
Abandoned ship.
So
No.
now he's lost 50. He's lost 50k this week, and from a guy that was almost 1.1 million, he's still over a million. Is he gonna average 105, 110?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Still got
If
80%.
if he's a 95 guy, you've got to move him. So he's at 1.03
He's gonna start bleeding
with a break
cash.
even of 140.
He's got 2 more games until he's bye.
Yeah, you could get away from it on his buy
Yeah.
if the
Okay.
next 2 aren't good.
Okay, all right.
Big time.
Jack McRae, yep, you spoke about him, George. 1 tackle is the thing to highlight there. So, look, that probably should have been 100. Average back to 101. That's not looking great for me. Philippou. So,
Yeah.
73.
Yep.
Now, 0 mid-clock, which is why I wasn't keen on bringing him in without seeing him, because I thought it's going to take a couple weeks. They'll build him up. but he did look dominant.
He looked really good.
Oh, mate, he looked so good. So
eye test was
There's eye
nice.
test was a tick. So there's no way that he is not. I mean, Hugo Garcia is still ticking over in the midfield.
Get in the
14 CBAs, 79% time on ground for 11 disposals for old Hugo. So it's not going to take long for the poo to be in there. And we saw he was almost a 100 guy.
Yeah.
So I think there's no doubt we're going to have to get him.
Yeah.
I think you could go. If you needed to go on that this week,
You could do it.
you can do it. I
Maybe I should go Oliver Twin.
think that
I'm
going to
wait another week.
You can. No, you definitely can wait.
I'm just going to wait. His
but-
break even's still like 70 something.
Yeah, no.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It'll be team selection will be one to watch Thursday to see if they drop
Against
any
West
wins.
Coast, he could kick 5.
So
He could,
and then that it also spells trouble for the new whipping boy Hugh Boxall.
yeah.
The box 38. As soon as the Philippou goes in the mids, you think he will
done.
slide
I heard
back out the
apparently-
side. I still like him when I see him around the ball, but he played a whole game for like 49% time
Saw
on
some
ground.
Saints fans on Twitter calling for Hunter Clark back, which would mean the end of the box.
Well, I think the box might be done. I tell you,
And I brought him in.
our benches are looking fucked.
Yep.
Hayes injury, fuck. And just lastly, Adam Shearer. So this is majorly concerning. Now I
Yeah.
don't really understand why.
He went back.
Moved out of the middle, 7 CBAs. That was less than fucking Lord.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Lord is.
Yeah.
So he was down back, but not like chippy. Or there was a
No.
little bit of chippy, but it wasn't like kick-ins, like racking up down back. And Carlton aren't that kind of team.
You
They're
guys
the
both
kind of
still
team that
got
go
him?
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was McGovern got subbed out, and then Cowan got injured as well.
Oh, so he's saying he just got shifted back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, yeah.
Okay. So
So-
fingers crossed, because he's been really good in the midfield, and if he goes back in the middle,
So
he's
I don't think it was,
It's a
Look,
few stinkers in a row.
I know, or
Kind
only
of.
only a couple.
He goes on his bye.
So he's 9'10". He could easily turn it if he goes back in the guts. He's a 95, 100 guy.
Yeah.
So
he goes on his bye
I'm
or
going to
not?
hold him. I'm going to hold him and see what's happening. I'll give him
I
2
don't-
weeks
We've
Yeah,
got.
so he's by.
Have we got bigger issues? I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
probably
so,
at this point.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, take it away, Jord,
Yeah.
with Melbourne and
So
Hawthorne.
Melbourne Hawthorne, yeah, not really a great game to watch. But
I
anyway,
refuse to watch it.
I watched the 3 quarters and had to go to football. But yeah, the Gorndok 113.
Massive.
Bit of a tougher contest against the Meekie, albeit the Meekie only scored 44. But he got it done, and
No
he's doing
way.
it all. Yeah,
Meekie. He was coming good, I thought.
Yeah.
And
Mickey.
come unstuck.
then thank God I didn't get
the
Meekie.
Gorndog. But yeah, he's doing it all, and if you've got him, you're happy.
Imagine
It's
I
hard
had
to
Meekie
chase at this
week,
point though,
holy
because the big Gorndog's expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gorn's always 1.2.
Yeah,
What's that?
Nothing, mate.
You're laughing about Gorn, are you?
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I'm actually laughing at
Saying
this,
it's 1.2.
this selfie of you and George. So
Yeah.
have you
Yeah, that's
fuck
good.
off, mate.
Jake Bowie, 109, so he's still got the role and a nice bounce back for the guys that still have him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one you probably
Bowie,
have to
I
move.
mean-
you have to move off him at some point, right?
Oh,
I don't know, mate.
man.
He had
He's
one
had
off game.
Yeah, he's actually really good.
The fact
what's he up at?
The fact that he bounced there-
930.
Yeah, but his last 5 is what?
He's really
101 in his last 5.
Yeah, actually, you wouldn't be moving him.
No.
113,
You-
123.
you
You,
take that
you,
away.
you roll
Nah,
him into the
he's
bye.
fine. You
You
keep
roll
him
him
going.
into
He's
the
better
bye.
than Matt Roberts.
Now, next one, a big flag, and he's someone I might look at this week. Price at 750k, Cosy Pickett.
Yeah, that's a classic.
107
You're an
CBAs, tackles, goals.
You're an idiot.
I mean, what more could you want?
I tell ya. It's actually a joke.
That's
Like
actually
the-
good gear. 71% CBAs.
Yeah, mate. He was.
Well, look at him
he
the
was
weeks
in
before.
and about it,
81% the week before. So you had the roll and you jumped off.
mate. Yeah.
He had the full forward role, mate.
You're always saying us. You got to back yourselves,
You got to back the roll, man.
and you got to back yourself, Doug.
Just fuck up.
Harvey Langford, 95, 22 and
off it.
3, and his first half was unreal. Like he had
Yeah.
2 goals in the first
Yeah.
half, and like
Didn't he kick an absolute ripper from like the pocket or
yes,
something?
He's
Yeah.
he is really
mate,
good.
and people still
He's
have
a-
him, and he's
mate,
up to like 600 something
he's up
k.
to- He's 6'18".
Yeah,
With a break even of 20.
you know that was the week that I chose Lindsay.
No, it was
Over
it
him,
was,
I think?
It was Moraes.
Oh, Moraes.
Yeah, it was Moraes.
Oh,
Sliding doors
oh,
trades.
massive
they
sliding
suck.
doors, but
Yeah.
yeah, still making you heaps of money, and you know you just put him on your field. He's your mate.
Yeah.
The Sick Dog 95. You could. He's still very cheap, but I personally
Just
wouldn't
not
do it.
worth the risk
So I
for
didn't
me.
put much on it. Exactly.
No.
The Track 92. You'd be disappointed if you brought him in this week, but if you had him you're not really that mad. He's getting it done.
It's fine.
Carl Amon 78. Carl Amon's going to Carl Amon. Don't get him.
Yep.
Rivers 74. Leopards don't change their spots.
No.
And people are going to have him and be stuck with him.
I know.
Surely
We said people were seriously considering him 2 weeks ago. And
Mate, some people brought him in, and then they had the quick sugar hitter, the 120, and now it's back to earth, isn't it?
No.
Jai Newcomb, 19 touches, 4 tackles. Chilled game for the King. No need to exert yourself.
Shit house.
Tagged by
player.
Oliver, and it was
No, he didn't get
weird
tagged.
watching it because Clary was running around with him, and then Jai was just like, well, fuck it, we're beating you guys by 30, 40 points. So I'm not going to.
So he did a Max Holmes.
Well, he just didn't need to. It was just the stupidest
He went
tag.
full Max Holmes.
They were just beating him straight away, and then it was just like, all right.
People have been tagging Jai Newcomb. I don't Are they watching a different Jai Newcomb to me?
Well,
Hell.
he's pretty much the only player you would tag right now.
Yeah.
They've got no one else
They've
in
got
there.
some good players,
Who?
mate.
Warple.
No, you just
just
wouldn't
let
run a tag.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Or that, but I don't know. It worked.
He took Clary out the game. Fucking yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true, right? Yeah.
Shocker.
Anyway, so yeah, Lindsay 44. Good fucking riddance. He gets the bullet this week.
He's been good. He's made cash.
Not since I got him. I'm pretty sure I paid 400k for him.
Yeah, that's.
And he's up to like 540.
Yeah, there's been worse. Been very good for David.
I'm taking him out the back on Thursday and
Yeah, solid.
shooting.
You're shooting him.
And
Fair
enough.
one for the pod because we said no. Has to wait 30 and subbed.
It's a rare win for the pod. That
A
one.
rare win for the pod.
And I'm learning the hard way that don't mess around with any of these blokes at this point because, even your Cozzy, it's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get stuck with a bloke
Yeah.
because you've got 3 more upgrade weeks to go.
Yeah.
So really, you don't want to be trading him for another month,
No.
and he has to go.
I've been trying to trade
Instead of a
guys
rookie.
in who I think I might have at the end of the year.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's kind of
that's-
worked all right to this point.
It's the old school. You've got to go to blokes that
Yeah.
premiums.
Cool.
sure.
Yeah, that was it. So Essendon Swans duck.
Yeah, so as I said, I'll be honest, I just refused to watch this game. But I think none of us caught it. But I've kind of had a recap of what happened, and it's not hard to tell what happened when you have a look at the fucking scores. Jesus. So this was just a fantasy feast,
Yeah.
which I wasn't a part of.
It was
so
beautiful.
yeah, look,
Really.
sucks for me. Nick Martin 141.
Oh yeah.
So
Crazy.
look,
Dicky boy.
It's honestly the only I want to have a crack at Essendon and how they play, but it's only because I don't own them. So maybe I should be having a crack at Sydney for letting him do it. Fucking just press up, boys. Anyway,
Press up.
press up. Nick Martin, 38 disposals, joined in the junk. Last 5 of 107. So it's been up, it's been down, but with his
it's
ceiling.
been nice.
Yeah,
That's the first score I've got from him. To be
No,
fair.
I know, but that's enough to kind of make
I love
up
the
for what happened
ceilings.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy McGrath 125. This says it all. Will Setterfield.
This was the pick.
Okay,
It was the pick.
But you didn't know that until this. Now this is the first week where I can
Nah,
safely say
he's
no,
been elite, mate.
Well, he had that one poor score, but no, I thought he was going to get the boot for Caldwell. He had the most set of bounces on the ground with
He's
Caldwell
gone
back.
104, 107, 65, 112, 125.
Yeah, so he had 125, 9
And-
tackles, 26 disposals, something along those lines. In a massive win, I mean, he's locked in as their main centre bounce rotation now.
man.
So what? How much is he?
936.
Yeah, that's you can do
Break
that
even
now.
of 75.
I think I wasn't ticking that off before.
With the
I
last
think I
5
can
of
tick that off.
103.
You tick that off now.
I wouldn't do it now.
He just went 112,
No way.
125, mate. He just went 125.
Well, please.
He's 930.
You can do it.
Jack Steele or Will Setterfield?
Still.
Okay.
For me.
Fucking hell.
I don't know.
I've
Setters.
seen Jack Steele average 110. I haven't seen
Setters.
Setters
He's
has,
back.
Setters has more tons in those 5 games than Jack Steele's had for fucking
I mean,
6
by all
months.
means, mate, you can
Anyway.
do it. But you'll
Okay.
be sitting here in 3 weeks and you'll have a 65.
What a pick up
and-
off the waivers, eh?
Okay.
For the burgers.
Yeah, well done, champ.
Fuck the Bears.
Zach Reed, we at 118. Brian Lake put the fucking Zach Reed suit on. Unbelievable. So he had kick-ins too. Where's this been?
He had kick-ins.
He had 3 kick-ins.
Imagine trading out a bloke with a break even of 30.
And kick-ins.
You'd have to be a shit coach, wouldn't you?
That's a few people, mate. A few listeners.
Wait, what happened to your AFL fantasy cap?
I refuse to wear it this week. I'd be disgracing the top 100 club. Nick Blakey, 117. And actually went off injured in the fourth. This could have been even bigger. But, mate, how about leaving some for Bicey and Roberts? He's a bit greedy, the old Liz. Anyway, so I thought he did go off. So he passed the concussion test, apparently. Because if he was out, that would be big for Bice.
Did he pass the concussion?
Well, apparently. So
that did not look good.
No. So
that
I don't know
like
if
he was like fencing.
I don't know if it's going to come out later this week that he's going to miss. Because if he misses next week, I don't know.
That didn't look good. Like
Merit should be reported for that, man.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. So
nah.
Well, firstly,
unfortunately, Zeta came out on Twitter or something.
Oh,
and
did
said he should be all right?
Is he all right? Do we know? Has that been decided?
Yeah, I'll
just double check that for me. I just want to say that if the Liz is out next week, I think I've got to keep Bice because
that's a fair comment. That is a fair comment. Yeah,
free up a lot of ball. Jackson Pryor 115 says it all. Mason Redmond 108 says it all. Grundy. So you mentioned this. So you talked about Goldie. Bloody Grundy went 115. So smashed him.
Yeah, but Goldie went 90.
Yeah, Goldie did go 90. Good on him.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
But whoever's going up against Goldie, that could be a nice green one.
Yeah, so Zach Merritt was cleared today. Yeah. Fucking disgrace.
I tell you.
What has happened in the game?
If that was anybody else, he's getting away.
And if
he murdered him, mate.
And if Blakey fails...
He's roundhouse swung him. We're only half taking I'm only half taking the piss.
Mate,
you're probably full taking
Blakey,
I'm saying he actually should have been
If Blakey fails the concussion test, he's getting weeks.
Well, it's already done.
But that's what I'm saying. If Blakey was concussed, they would have given him 2 weeks.
Go back and look at some of the other suspensions. That's bizarre. Anyway. Roberts 94, 26 disposals, 8 marks, 0 tackles.
Keeps getting it done, the Robert.
He gets it done. Very solid. 90s. Very solid. Cheeksy Warner 86, 25 and 2 behinds. Just another classic Cheeksy, and he's priced fairly. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say.
I couldn't do it.
Priced fairly?
See, he would have been. Yeah. So he was a better trade in though than fucking. I mean, obviously because he's got 16 more points than Dacos, but like he's 8. What's he 830?
Yeah, but
you don't want Cheeksy.
He's had 1 ton.
Dacos is going to out average him by 30 for the rest of the season.
30.
Yeah. El Hawley 82 says it all.
Take that.
You got him on the bench?
El Hawley.
That is huge for those.
I literally needed that.
I think. Would you bring him in? Is he someone that you'd go at?
I would.
Negative 1 break even.
In the games he's played and not been the sub, he's scored pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a 73 and then he's had an 82.
They did have a good win. Yep. No, and he
would
had a
you
good
go
game.
him over Coop?
Yeah.
You'd have to,
he's
right?
312.
312.
So he's going to have to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we need some cash in. Heendog, 82, just met. Again, he's probably priced fairly as well, the way he's going. You'd have to see something first. Okay, Zach Merritt. So, I didn't see this game. He had 19 and 2 and only 13 centre bounces.
Yucky.
So, I'm going to assume that it was a hard Josler tag, hard Jordan tag, right? That's the... Yep. I mean, Zach Merritt.
Tag by Jordan, so he shifted forward to loosen the tag.
Yeah, which you hate to see. But look, he had 80, so look, it's okay. Caldwell.
Hang on.
Whoa. No. That is not okay.
You've been shitting on Dawson all year.
Yeah.
When he's had his 280s.
No, you shat on Dawson last week, and you
did.
Yeah. Let's say how it is. That's fucking shit house.
It's not great.
The bloke's 1.1 mil, mate.
When you get a hard tag, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You've shat on Dacos and he scored 13
he scored
less.
67. Nah,
and Merritt's more than him.
Big difference.
Not much difference, mate.
There's not much difference.
It's not great. It's pretty shit.
Nick Dacos was carrying an injury all night.
I know.
Let's see. If he sucked, I'd have a fucking different thought process. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Anyway, let's move on. Jai Caldwell, 72. 72. Jai Caldwell.
That's
Thoughts?
terrible.
13 CBAs.
So he only had 13 CBAs.
Yeah, because I had a brief look at him. Because we liked him earlier in the season.
What did
That was tempting.
What did Durham do? He had
the same 13 centre bounces.
See,
it was. That's why I'm saying Will Setterfield was the guy. I can't believe it.
Fucking hell, Setter's had 28 disposals, 9 marks, 8 tackles. So
yeah.
I'd be taking.
You're telling me that you're going Jack Steele.
I'm going Jack Steele.
You got to take Durham out and throw Caldwell
in.
With more CBAs, surely.
Yeah.
If you're Essendon.
Yeah, they could. I mean,
and Perkins.
Yeah,
35%?
No.
Come on, get him out.
Yeah. So, yeah, Caldwell will be back in there.
Yep.
He'll be fine. Bicey, 66, flatlining.
Yeah.
Corey Warner, 41. It's time to go. It was time to go last week. That should have been the one I called. It's just ridiculous. Cleary, 37.
Disaster.
Shit, he was a bad.
I mean, I don't think we're going to have to worry about dropping him. No. He's been a great pick.
He's been a
What's
great
he
one.
at?
He's like
515,
515, and he could still
So
bring it back.
Is Lindsay. Too.
Okay, which
Okay,
was a great pick. I don't.
Whatever.
That's a weird one to have a crack at. But yeah, look, he's been good, but it's now time to go. We'll take the 300k. And Day Wicks, 27. Says it all.
Yeah, fuck.
Who's that?
He was the other 230k. He was the other 230k.
I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, he was poor. Dave, take it away with the Suns and the Doggies.
Yeah,
Your Doggies.
This was just beautiful to watch, as I obviously had Ed Richards, so it was lovely.
Do you own Ed Richards, mate?
Libba 140, that's how to come back from a stinker. Who was it that said to trade him out?
I don't know.
This bloke.
No, it can't have been someone on this pod.
Yeah, all I know is I said keep him, so hope you guys listen to me.
You're not getting a lot right here, are you, Doug?
Thanks, mate.
Well done, mate.
Richards
It's fucking
131.
epic stuff.
I mean, I thought he'd be good, but that second half was just beautiful. 31 disposals, 8 marks, 4 tackles, pure class.
The fact that he's got a 90-point half in him.
That is crazy.
We saw he had a 140 last year.
He's the
so-
guy,
yeah.
mate. They look for it. They look for him.
So why does he only go
Flaming
90 every
Ed.
other week?
Well,
Too much attention, mate.
Because
Bond's back
sometimes,
now.
Gets
He's off the chain.
sometimes he doesn't get 8 marks and 4 tackles. I would say he's not a big tackler, I reckon,
Okay.
because he always has the ball.
Mhm.
Kennedy. Speaking of great picks,
Oh, mate.
114, 19 disposals, 8 marks, 8 tackles, and 3 goals.
I just
He's
love that we've watched this bloke tick over for the last
crazy, right?
Oh.
however many weeks. It's just gone, nah,
yeah.
No, we
nah.
said last week that we thought that point when Treloar and Bont came back or whatever,
Yeah.
that he would be shifted forward. And then last week he just dominated in the guts, and we said, right, well that was a genius pick.
Yeah, and
So he kicked 3
Such a
goals.
good
Did he move forward?
He's
Let me
got
check
one
this.
score under 89 this
So
season.
Oh, he had 17 CBAs.
so he's averaging 98 on the season and 106 in his last 5.
One score under 89.
Yeah. So
That's borderline. That's,
yeah,
I mean, it's better than Caleb Daniel by.
He's up. He's up.
comfortably.
He's up
The length of
187k.
crazy, right? That would have been a great starting.
Far
Genius.
out.
It's actually
really.
genius.
Shout out Matt Ferg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey Dale 105. So I just wonder if he left his hotel room first of all.
Yeah.
But who
Scary
knows?
stuff.
Priced at 882k with a couple of nice fixtures before and after his buy.
Yeah.
He's not a bad option to look at.
Definite.
Especially if you're around 12 buy.
You did
Looks
say
good.
that last
Definite
week,
option.
So well
Yeah.
done, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Bont
Occasionally get him right.
Bont 104 was looking like a 140 after the first quarter, but he did slow down after. He's 1.08 mil around that mark, and his break even's 120. So I just wonder if you hold it.
Yeah, he only had, I think he had similar centre bounces to Kennedy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's not
Post
quite.
buy.
Yeah, potentially. He's still a gun.
Yeah, he's going to have a big one.
Going to dominate.
Fraser 93, he's actually been pretty solid recently.
bit
which
of
is
vindication
kinda
there.
funny.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been good.
English 92, not bad after a monster last week.
Well, that's the highest score against Witsy, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think the highest previous was like an 84 by Gorn.
Really?
Yeah.
I did think English was going all right, like
No.
especially in that last quarter with the
Witsy
taps.
is the ultimate red matchup for rucks.
Yeah, wow. So fair play.
Yeah, that's solid.
Noble 87 and Rioli 85 just shared points. Rioli is 736k, so probably I don't know.
Yeah,
If
other
Noble
priorities out there.
went down, I'd probably do it immediately.
Yeah,
But
736k is so cheap. But he's had a couple. He's had like a 40 this.
Yeah, he's
season.
had some
for a
stinkers.
reason.
Yeah, Anderson 82, 952k
Oh, God.
with a break even of 127. Should just keep bleeding, and yeah, he's probably one to look at after his buy.
Yes.
Yeah, there gets a price where
gets
it's
a
definitely one
price.
to look at for sure. But it's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
very much so.
Yeah, on to you, Jordan.
Cool. Yep. So we had the showdown Saturday night. Showdown 57. What a game it was.
That was a great game.
it's a great
it's
game.
always
Another,
a great game.
yeah.
Yep. So Connor Rozee, 122, 32 in the medal in a loss.
So good.
And when he gets rolling like that,
He won the
he's
medal in
just
a loss.
Yeah, he won the medal in a loss.
He did. He missed.
I'm
missed
pretty
that,
sure
snap
That
out
is-
in front,
yeah,
like
that
to-
is from 15 metres.
Yeah.
That is actually a bizarre decision.
Either he won the medal in a loss, or Jez sent us a photo of him with the medal. That was old.
Oh, so you've just gone off what Jez said.
I'm pretty sure he won the medal. Anyway.
he could have. He could have.
Yeah, and I just said when
I'll
he
just
gets
double-check
rolling like that, like you know pretty quickly what kind of game he's going to have.
Yeah.
No, he
like
did.
if he starts well, he tends to go on with it. So
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
so you're saying is he a bit of a head tilt? Like you can tell early.
I don't know if it's a head tilt, but like he just gets shut out of some games and then doesn't get back into
Well,
it.
you say if someone smashes him at the first contest, then he's done
Yeah, I
for the day.
said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
He I think he did move up like
He
into
did.
midfield late.
pushed out of it.
Yeah.
Out the back.
That's
So
a good score.
he might get DPP too as well.
Well, he's
so
got to be
he
on
should.
target.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. The Pete Dog,
Pete Dog.
117.
Awesome.
You could now, could you?
Nah, because
770,
he's
I
on
think
a-
he is.
I think he's a bit of a ticking.
Ticking time bomb.
797.
But
797.
Crouchy's been poor. Adelaide had a good win. He was awesome in there.
Yeah, he played well.
Well,
No,
what if
12
they just
tackles.
what if they just keep him in there and he goes 100?
Yeah,
It could happen.
It could.
That could easily happen.
It's risky.
It's risky for sure. I'm just
Very
saying,
risky.
if you need to hit sixes,
When's their
Pete
bye?
Dog. I'll tell you,
Well,
round
Duck,
15.
You need to hit sixes,
I
mate.
do.
Oh, they got Pies and West Coast next too.
Oh,
Feel your
And
boots.
Swans, Lions, Hawks. Tough one.
into the late
Mate,
bye.
he'll just have 15 tackles, mate.
You could do it.
You could do it.
You could actually do it. Yeah,
Risky though.
yeah, risky. Butters had 95, so I think that might be his worst since he came back.
I think it's the first time he hasn't touched.
And that should get him to drop a little bit of cash as well.
Tiny bit. He dropped
Yeah.
5k.
But in saying that, he still had a pretty good game.
awesome.
So yeah, just not the best fantasy wise, but we'll take it. Hornbag, 89. I think his first quarter was atrocious.
I don't
can't
think
remember
I
what
think
it
he was on
It
zero.
was. No, it was.
It might have been 0.
Yeah, you're right.
But he kicked one of the most fucked goals ever as well. Where he ran into the pocket and just kicked this drop punt like 60 metres in the air.
Yeah.
And it just like
Yeah,
came in
yeah,
through the
yeah.
post.
He's
It was
not
really nice.
He's not an easy watch. Is the bag?
3-point first.
No, but
He's
he's
getting
ticking
it
along.
done.
Like, what's he averaging?
I mean,
It
I'm
must
giving
be-
him a bit of a free ride, to be honest. He's last 593, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay.
it's
Actually,
it's-
you know
it's
what?
good
He
enough.
hasn't turned for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but like as a
Nah,
forward,
give us some more back.
like
Yeah.
He's
I think
okay.
I think
He's
he just
okay.
stays there the whole
He's
year,
okay.
doesn't he?
Ticking it.
All right.
Average bag.
Do you want to take this one, Dawson 78? You want to
No,
do your
mate.
victory lap?
No,
or
mate.
what?
No.
Nah?
I don't wish ill upon anyone.
So his worst this season, he only had 14
That's
touches.
high.
What did he score?
78.
Oh, that was coming. You could just see it coming from a mile away.
I'll admit,
You just knew that was going to happen.
I'll admit this was a stinker.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh,
But I also said in positive news that would have been 50 and him in the goal square last year. So we've come
True.
a long way.
was
Leaps
he
and
was he
bounds.
in the guts the whole time?
I think he was, but then he
What
just
was the
wasn't getting near
CBA
it.
Yeah,
percentage,
86%
Yeah.
Okay.
CBAs.
So he was full time
Who'd
mids for
have
14
Port
touches.
tag with though?
Drew.
Yeah, we'll try.
Handy
He's-
player,
he
Willem
is-
Drew.
He is
Tag
always
Willem Drew.
handy.
So
He's good.
You know, it's not good, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
that lets me and Dave get him in. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a target. Rankin 77, a much better game than a 77. 2 goals, and he stood up in that fourth.
Yeah, the
Wow.
fourth quarter was big.
And he had that right foot soccer.
oh, that was
Oh,
that
it
was
was
awesome.
like Sunday league.
That was like whipping it in the back.
Yeah, it was
back
fucking
left
was a-
corner, mate.
up at Ben
It was
Jarney's.
it was a match-winning fourth quarter.
Yes.
But fucking hell,
It
was
was
he
good.
out there for the
It-
first
yeah.
three?
Yeah,
Well, I thought he was
shocker.
going to score 50.
Yeah, it was
so no,
grim.
that's a good save.
36% CBAs.
Good save
For Rankin.
Yeah.
Concerning, I'd say, slightly.
Who was anyone
Weird
up
from,
from this week that was
like,
down last week? or not?
Port.
Peatling was up slightly.
Yeah.
Berry, obviously.
Sam
out of
Berry's
here.
back.
again to just fucking piss us off.
Saligo was up a bit.
I reckon because like you said, Dawson had 86%. I'm assuming Dawson just wasn't forward at all, so Rankin had that.
Yeah, so
Forward
Dawson was
rested
probably
more.
the one that,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
I mean, yeah,
He's still good.
It's not a good score, but
Nah,
it
he's
is what it is.
still
Saligo. Said
dear.
full Saligma. Yeah,
Saligma.
No, but anyway, moving on. Laird, 64.
not.
That pretty much puts...
Yeah.
I had a bit of hope for Laird, but
Nah.
that puts a dash
You
through.
need like kick-ins or something.
Yeah, and then lastly, Moraes, 25 sub. He's cash gen. He's completely cooked. If you've got him still.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Well, now he's losing cash,
now he's,
so you can't just keep him as
he's
a red
massively
dot.
losing cash. So,
Yeah.
yeah, glad I got off that one.
Yep.
Duck, Tigers,
Yeah,
Eagles.
Tigers,
Ah,
Eagles in an absolute thriller. What a game of football.
We're going 0 and
Tell
23.
ya, we're never winning.
Going 0 and 23.
That was one of the more devastating losses I
Yep.
can remember as an Eagles fan.
I watched the
And we're on-
last 3 minutes because it was
Didn't
Mother
even matter.
Day, and I just see Grossi get hunted down.
so
Grossi
brutal.
boy.
We'll talk about that now. Like poor Grossi, he came out and he had a fucking crack. Like that last quarter, he was actually awesome. Now, did get nailed a few times where there was one where there was just get the quick hands off and he like looks them off, gets nailed. Then that last one, you got blokes inside 50.
Yeah.
But he's having a fucking dip, which is more than I can say for some senior players, one in particular, who just doesn't, he's literally said he doesn't want to play footy.
Yeah.
So if we drop Grossi after, I will be sick.
Yeah, no, they won't.
We can't.
They won't.
And if we put him in the vest again, I'll be sick. Fucking give him a chance.
Yeah.
So, look, I want to see him. I know you've got him on your bench.
Yeah, I do.
He has to
We
play.
got to just blood him at this point, don't we?
And I think,
It's not like
well,
we're
because
playing
like,
for him.
and
Well,
the
I
thi-
would 9.
well, the thing is,
Yeah, it's fucked.
But if you're
fucked.
Grossi, the next time he's in those situations, he'll just get rid of it a bit quicker.
See-
Like, it's just a bit of learning.
Yeah.
He scored 23
that's how you
in
learn.
15% game time.
No, like
Since
I
he-
said,
I think
he
he's gonna
had
be
a
alright.
serious crack.
Yeah, he was really good when he came on.
Yeah.
So, look, yeah.
Just before you get further into the game, Duck,
Mm-hmm.
on the Port game, so it was actually Bergman that tagged Dawson.
Okay, and Bergman had 113. Didn't
Yeah, and he had 82% CBAs.
Oh, so he literally dominated him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's probably one to just...
he? Oh, well.
Okay, that
Monitor.
is definitely flag worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So, look, the Eagles lost. They're never going to win again. So I did get a request. I got a request last week that we hadn't been mentioning Jack Graham. So here it is.
Who requested that?
Jack Graham, 103. It was in the mailbag. I got asked to shout him out. So here it is. Owning Jack Graham for his 15 disposals and 10 marks every week is genuine fantasy terrorism in my books.
Oh, I don't know if you can say that.
He got 84 last week. Is that what someone wanted a shout out for?
I mean, he's been all right. Yeah.
And he has 10 tackles a week, and he's
Oh.
averaging 80.
I think we're just not shouting him out because we watch him and know
we
that
don't
he
like
sucks.
No, we don't.
So-
We want to see Grossi in there.
He's fucking
Anyway.
shit.
Well, he scored 100, mate. So,
He's fucking shit, man.
yeah, there it is.
Anyway, honestly, get Jack Graham in your side,
Whoever that is.
and I'll fucking cheer you on.
Tim Taranto. So what about this, Dave? Impressive stuff. 71 points at the half.
Genuinely impressive from Tim.
To go game on the
He
line.
he almost got my loser of the week.
Really?
He game on the line in the second half.
Fucking-
23.
Yeah, fucked up,
No good.
mate. He had 130 in his grasp.
Oh, I was watching. I was going, fucking hell. I just
Yeah.
was so close to Timmy T. And
94. It's fucked.
yeah,
I mean,
that
I
is
don't know
not
what
good.
he did in that second half.
People jumped on him this week at 950.
I almost did. Yeah.
You can't be happy with 94 against the Eagles. Nah, that is, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
especially when he's
yeah.
on 70 at half
I don't know.
time.
I don't know
That's
how you
that's
do
the
that.
problem,
I
right?
don't know how you do that.
You know, like
Yeah, if he
70.
goes 50 and then 50 for 94,
If
whatever
he
it
goes
is, you'd be
70
happy.
and then just like 40 points.
40, yeah, you're happy.
Oh,
No,
like,
that's
mate.
bad. That's really bad. Marriage, 92. One of my best players, honestly. 25 disposals. He's just a gun, and he can tick over until the bias.
Yeah.
That's probably your only good pick of the year.
It's pretty close.
He's
yeah,
been
so
going really well,
he's
Marriage.
up
He's had
to
100 and then a 90.
He's up to 760. So I
Yeah,
got him at 500.
that's a great pick.
760 with a break even of 50.
Yeah,
So-
great pick.
To be honest, he's scoring.
And
Well,
he's ticking
he's
up.
got a good run.
Oh, he's got the
designated
ultimate role.
kickers too.
Ultimate. I don't know how many kickings he had, but it was fucking heaps.
Yeah.
Trainor 69.
Lovely.
Just meh. Like it's. I can't say meh. That's pretty good. If it was 70, it would have been great. So
Break even still 45.
his break
so he
even
should
is so
keep ticking over.
he's ticking over.
Yeah.
Liam Ryan, 66. He was in the guts. Now, you ready for our CBA rotation?
Oh, you're going through West
It
Coast.
Okay, I was gonna say why
It
you
was
put this on?
it was Liam Ryan.
Oh my god.
He had the most centre bounces for us. Brady Hoff, Elijah Hewitt, Jack Graham, and Harley Reid.
Okay.
And you wonder why we didn't win the game. But yeah, Liam Ryan had the most centre bounces.
Oh,
At least it was
man.
like 3 or 4
So-
players less than last
He's
week.
in the Cozzy role. Bring him in.
He's in the Cozzy role. He must be fucking cheap. I don't know, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Lawler, 63 times up. And yeah, Grossi, 23. But I think like he's got to get his chance.
Yep.
And he's still cheap enough that I think when he comes into the side and gets a proper crack at it, nice Jude, he will tick over some cash. 347.
That's
That's gross.
that's Tom. All right.
Oh no, it's me again.
You again?
Sorry.
Big fantasy
Oh
game.
no,
this
it's
one.
keep listening, Duck.
This was a massive. I'll pick it up. This was a massive one. Bailey Smith, we already spoke about it. 138, 32 disposals and 8 marks, 9 tackles. I mean, he's just the ultimate stat stuffer.
Such a filthy
I
game,
didn't
isn't
know he
it?
tackled like that. It's massive.
Yeah.
Gut runner. Just an all-round sexy as fuck man, to be honest.
Oh.
And needs to be skipped.
Whoa.
Wait, hang on.
No, that's
You've
fair
got the
enough.
wrong score. He scored 149.
Oh, yeah,
mate.
he scored it. Oh, so that'll be my AFL app not updating.
Yeah.
149.
Wow.
Massive.
bigger.
Green 133, 37
Come on.
disposals, huge CBAs, and was involved in transition, 7 marks.
Yeah.
Makes his last 6 now 110.
Yeah,
So
vindication.
that's what that massive ceiling score can do.
Yeah.
Pretty happy with that.
And he's 1.03, and he's got to be the best option in that bracket if you can get to him. Because I think
You reckon?
Break even.
we've seen he's
98,
been a 110 guy. He's
averaging
a 110 guy
106.
again.
Fuck,
Yeah.
you reckon Green's the man?
That's his
Yeah.
first big score though since round
But
4.
I know, but
So
it
it's a
would,
bit, but he's
he
been.
he looks awesome, and he
he's
is
been
that
ticking along.
guy. We've seen that last year.
Yeah, you
So
don't need to tell me, mate.
So
I've had him
no.
for weeks.
So, okay.
I'm very interested in getting
Tom
him in.
Green.
Max Holmes.
PTSD.
Any thoughts on Max Holmes this week, Jules?
Oh, about goddamn time.
He was okay.
Yeah,
30
It was
disposals.
looking better though.
Including 40 points in genuinely like 5 minutes at the start of the last.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. So we had a quarter pounder there, 50 points. I mean, it was owed. Anything less than
It was
that,
definitely
and I
owed,
wouldn't have
mate.
mentioned him here. But,
And I look
No.
forward to the 70 next week.
well, can he just go 2 in a row? Come on, Homer. Lockie Whitfield, 103. Just slightly disappointing as captain, but I can't be angry at him.
His
It's a
floor's
solid
literally
score.
a ton.
I know,
It's
like,
so funny.
oh, Lockie Whitfield scored a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, look, he was good. Finn Callahan, 101. Genuinely Himothy. Like,
Yeah, he's
watching
really
him
good.
play football he is just a beast.
Blokes
So-
just like go to tackle him and he's so quick to
just
just
the one
move
where he
around him.
raises the arms.
Yeah.
He's massive. And 7 tackles as well. He's actually been tackling really
Yeah.
hard, which has helped his scoring. So he's now a last 3, 107, last 5, 101. So
Good pick.
that is, he has been massive. SDK, 92, but still no ruck. It was Blixav's rucking.
Yeah.
So
he's,
Reece Stanley was out,
he's
and
a key
SDK,
defender now, isn't he?
yeah, nowhere to be seen. So interesting. They did lose, so I wonder if they'll change that. Graham Myers, 99, welcome back. Lockie Ash, 93, just gets it done. Even in a down game, he gets 90. What a pick. Wow.
I don't think. Do you think he ends top 6? I don't reckon he does.
What's his last 5? I reckon he goes
He's
pretty
gone
close.
89, 93, but then he had 3 ton, like
Yeah.
110s before
I don't know.
that.
He's been very good. Anyway. Now Briggsy. Briggsy. 63. People were trading him in. Did you see that on Twitter?
Did they not hear you?
Did they not listen to the podcast?
I mean-
did they not see his performances? I literally saw people trade him in. He rucked against Mark Blixavs
Yeah.
and scored 63.
So he's done.
I would say
He has
people
fallen
wouldn't have watched it, but
so
we also
far.
saw Romo doing shit and then brought him in. So
Yeah, but that's right.
he's,
Mate, Briggsy.
yeah.
So
And he wasn't
and
he wasn't
and
rucking that last
again,
quarter
it
either.
was, stuck on the bench
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row, mate. Kingsley wants to drop him. He just doesn't know if he can back Riccardi in for a whole game in the ruck. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know. Absolutely useless. And Zach Guthrie's hit a bit of a wall in draft.
That's a
It was-
personal attack.
Well, yeah, and it was my call that he was going to be better, and he scored 58. It's been a bit disappointing. So,
Oh dear.
yeah. Final game, Dave.
Yep. And what a game it was, boys. Bloody hell. Draw.
Yeah.
Where's
North,
the extra
I feel
time?
for North,
Give
man.
us extra time.
North
on.
just shoot themselves in the foot
They-
with some of their like
they
decision
really
making.
do.
They are. it was
'Cause they're
That
so
one,
young.
I don't know who kicked it, but literally just waved Dylan Stevens off for that handball at the end.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Stevens would
that
have
was
had
the one
like
inside
an extra
50.
10 metres to run
Oh.
for deep inside 50,
It's
and
the
he
same.
shanked it straight to the
as-
Brisbane player.
It's the same as the Eagles, where there's been a couple games where the Eagles have been in winnable positions, and North have been the same, where they just
You
do
don't
not
you
know.
don't know how to
They
win
freak
games.
out.
Yeah.
They just
You don't know how to
completely
win
freak
games.
out.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
Poor North fans.
I tell you,
That was
yeah.
disgusting.
Dane Zorko, 137, Superman last term,
How many points was in the last?
52, I think.
52.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 52 in the last. 39 disposals and 8 marks, just massive.
He was
so
$1 million. He was $1 million.
Yeah.
He is now 1.039 million.
It's pretty. I mean,
break even
oh,
of
he was like-
87.
it was so obvious.
Well, I chose between him and Wanger, and I was scared of
So,
Kenny
so
Coleman coming back.
he only went up 30k, so he's completely bottomed out now, and his last threes average is 120.
I mean, we've know he's got to do him. We still, Kitty Coleman is still to come back,
That's the
but I
flag.
mean, are they going to move Zork out
Melbourne,
of this role?
Melbourne,
Don't know.
Hawthorne, Essendon, Adelaide, Giants, Geelong, bye.
Yeah, I don't know. Is
pretty
that good or bad?
Melbourne's a pretty nice
Yeah,
fixture,
Melbourne's,
I think.
I think the best one.
You'd think so. Nah, Zork's good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Anyway, that was elite from Zork. McCluggage 117, so he's back with a nice one. Cherry 116, 73-point second half. I think a huge one is coming, lads.
Brewing, eh?
It was at half time. It was very much on for the washing machine,
It
which
was.
absolutely shocked me.
Yeah.
As Levi Ashcroft had actually levelled it up with the X-Men. We were
Levi
level.
Levi was on 65 and ended up on 84. So
Well, he didn't touch it in the last.
Yeah.
But I like
Honestly,
him in
you
that. I
can-
love him in that wing.
yeah,
role.
you can't be disappointed with that at
Love
all.
him in that wing role.
Just back on X. Yeah, he's going real well now. So
Oh.
1.044 mil.
He's cooking.
Last 3 of 119, and yeah, it's pretty scary stuff. So he's got Tigers, Pies, Bye, and then Eagles. So it's going to be pretty dangerous over the next few weeks.
That's going to be painful for us, though.
Maybe we go Gorn down. Cash him in.
No.
I wonder if you, yeah, fuck. I wonder if you trade Marshall on him in round 13, boys.
If Marshall's honking, it will be
That's going
done.
to be an easy one.
It will be done, my lord.
Dunkley 111 just keeps getting it done. I swear 111 is like his.
Yeah.
We still are waiting for that.
Like
And I'm sure his
150.
owners are waiting for that massive one.
Yeah.
But God, he tackles hard.
Yeah, you can't
He's
be
a beast.
upset with that. She's a 103. Finally, a bad last quarter. I think he had 12 points, but 103
That
is.
was looking bigger again.
Juicy roll.
Yeah, it is a juicy roll. Will Ashcroft 100, solid.
I mean, we're saying Will Ashcroft 100 solid now, which says how far he's come.
Yeah.
That's actually 6 tons in 7 games outside of the infamous game.
He's an option for me, you know.
He's been very good.
He has been.
I actually,
Very good.
I could do that.
I noticed him on ball a lot more today. I
And
don't
then
know what the
Melbourne
switch
Hawks,
was there.
Essendon.
If that was
Let me have a look.
if
I
made
could do
up.
that. I could really do that.
Will
Bring in Will.
50% CBAs again, Duck. So same role.
Similar role.
Yeah, I don't know if I've. Yeah, that 41 points just sits in the back of my mind, but yeah, he's been great.
He's actually he
Outside
was a
of that,
DPP
He's been
chance.
100.
Yeah,
Every
But I
single
think
game.
he had too much midfield time.
Yep, he's been great. Anyway, Levi, 84. Hardiman, 64. So he's probably a bit too much now, 380k with a break even of
Did
3.
we mention that on the pod last week, or did his name come up?
Yes, it came up a
elsewhere?
few weeks ago. And you said
It
you were
definitely
gonna get him.
Yeah, I said he was a
The
really good
North guy.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it came up
So,
last week.
but did he come on as a sub or?
Yeah, he's been sub a couple times.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, very good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then Neil 63 was an absolute shocker,
M1.
lads. Yeah, M1. Yeah.
I mean, people jumped on him as value, like 4 or 5 weeks
Didn't the
ago.
number
Mate, the
one
number
ranked
one.
guy?
He's no longer number 1 ranked.
Well,
He's taken the YT out of his name as well.
yeah,
Last-
right. Oh, no.
Last 5 average 91.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's poor. And then I've got here more North guys because you look at some of these blokes. Josh Simpkins 63s.
Oh,
Obviously some people have him. Tom Powell 57 stinker. Obviously Wardlaw was back, so that's fucked him.
The end of
yeah.
him.
Caleb Daniel is the big
Oh,
one.
mate.
Yeah, 50.
This is okay. No, we need to talk.
This is a big
talking
problem.
point.
So 57, he had 18 disposals, 3 marks, and 1 tackle.
And he was like on the wing when I was watching
I'll
it.
grab the
She's-
CBAs.
He was
She's-
coming
That's
off
where
like
the
he
kick-ins.
was like on the left wing.
Shees has turned Caleb back into small potato.
He's a winger.
I said this last week.
Yeah.
See, with him, right? Like,
Last
would
still
you
had-
rather get rid of him or Bicey?
last 3 of 69.
He's still
Like,
had-
that's what I mean.
He's a rookie.
Daniel he had 4 kick-ins and played on from all of them today, and then he had 7 last week and 8 the week before. So it's
And
not
he's-
like the kick-ins are an issue.
So
No,
so
but when
hang
I
on,
was,
did you
like,
just say
he was playing off the wing
in those
when I was
last
watching.
3 weeks he had like 20
7
kick-ins?
Yeah, but I
So
mean
he's-
it's all relative
So
to the points.
he's averaging 40 points. He's averaging 69 in those 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's
It's
been
a
terrible.
disgrace.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah. Outside of the kick-ins, he's been fucked. Yeah.
so I look at that and I'm like,
He's a rookie at the
he's
moment.
more of a problem than like Bice because he's going to bleed cash every week.
Yeah, it depends
Like,
if
you
he
could go
can,
him
by
to
some kind of miracle, come back to be an 85, 90 guy. But if Shees is back there, he
It's
won't.
the
be.
role, right? If
No.
he's in that role that Bailey Scott was in last year,
I
it's
think
a fucking,
I
it's
think
a
with
suicide
death
role.
role.
I think with Caleb Daniel, I mean they've got the bye round 12, so he almost definitely goes.
He definitely goes then.
They've got the Tigers and then the Pies the next 2 weeks. Tigers are generally pretty
Okay.
nice to
Yeah,
score
yeah.
against,
Okay,
and
okay.
then the Pies for
So
backs
hold
usually
until
okay.
his bye.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
hold.
Okay.
That's my.
But
opinion.
if you're in a
if you're in a really
Or
good
if you've
spot,
got a good
spot,
team,
Yeah,
we
if you're in
could
a
do
really
it.
good spot, like fair enough.
Yeah.
Ladder champion.
Sack
You
him
could
off.
jump onto the poo real. Maybe I'll do that.
It's 100. I looked at it before. I think it's like 150k you make going
go to the
down,
poo?
down to the poo,
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
which isn't enough to do anything on the other side, sadly. But
Interesting.
anyway,
And then I've got the
Yep, finish it off.
the brothers Grimsby and Colby McKercher 44 and the spin cycle of Finn O'Sullivan
Spin king.
29.
Spin king.
fucking hell. So he's lost money now.
So I was-
But how many spins?
Fossey.
Minimum 5. I was weighing up. Hayes' 52
Mate.
or going riding Finn O'Sullivan's 5 spins and 29 points. So
20
Spins there to be points. I think we petitioned for that.
His
next
last 5 weeks, 29, 49, 41, 22, 54.
year.
yeah.
It's-
He's, oh,
Yeah,
God.
genuine back pocket.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys,
Yep.
this game shits me.
Yeah, this game, it fucking shits me, all right.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a bit of Murphy's Law. It's a bit of when it rains, it pours. This was truly, what could go wrong did go wrong for me. But I literally, after what happened Thursday night with Dacos,
Yeah.
it was just so predictable.
Yeah.
I said, as soon as that happened, you know what's happening here. Cozzy's coming out and Cozzy's tunning. There's
Yeah.
no doubt in that. And then before Zach Reed even played, I called his first career ton. It was just fucking, didn't call a 120. But when he was on 50 a quarter time, I was like, yep, fucking adds up. It's
done.
just a fucking piss take. It's
Yeah.
an unforgiving game.
Yeah.
It just piles on. And it shits me.
Yeah.
It shits me. And I'm sad.
Go on, Joel.
Yeah, not much to be sad about, but just the rookie situation, right? So you have Boxall. He comes in last week, has a really good game. I'm like, all right, it's pretty simple. I'll go to him, pick him up. Then he comes out now, and now I see all over Twitter Saints fans calling for his head after a week. So he's probably going to get maybe sub this week, scores a 20, and then he's stuck there
I think he's
for
hard
about
done by.
340k
But
on my
yeah.
bench and joins the likes of the
Do you
rest of them.
have anyone on your bench?
Yeah.
Who?
So I've got Finno, Boxall,
you got Finno.
Crossy, Connor Stone, and then whoever I bring in this week, and Sardo Hooley,
It's grim.
and all the
It's hard.
and Reed and Trainer. So
Yeah.
look, Cash Gen is hard. We will say that.
It's real bad.
It happens every year.
yeah. I don't think I'm alone in that either.
The only we're not far away from buys.
Yes. So
So-
if you can teeter till then,
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah.
But then there's also
But
probably
then you
no
come
one to
out of
come
the
in, right?
buys and then you've
And
got
there's
no money.
but there's guys like
I don't know.
Coleman and Pooh and stuff that we're just simply
Well,
going to
they
have to
might
get
save
in.
us.
100%.
Might save
Yeah.
us.
They need to make us money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, mine's kind of similar to you, Jord, but like sliding doors trades and the beauty of hindsight shits me.
Why didn't I have some of that this weekend?
Yeah, holding Clary and trading Levi last week. Then I made a brain dead move this week and bring in Dacos when my other options tonned. It's just stupid. So, sliding doors because my trade value, the value of my team's fucked. Could have had more points and it's very
Grim, isn't
annoying.
it? It's
Yeah.
fucking grim.
Anyway.
God, it'd be nice if we could just have a big week.
Trades, lads.
Yeah, well, fucking hell. God only knows. Dave, I need you to step in and help me out here, please. Because you made the correct call in going Bice out instead of Reed.
Yeah.
And I just needed you to square and just tell me I'm being a fucking idiot.
Well,
there,
mate, if you
because I
actually
was.
told us your trades, then I'd maybe be able
Yeah,
to help
but
you.
I
you-
said it now
you-
beforehand
no.
that I was panicking to get Dacos.
You gatekeep your trades every week for some
I said
reason.
I was panicking
No,
and
but you
bringing
do, don't you?
Dacos.
You gatekeep them. You don't send them through. I don't know what. I think you think I'm trying to sabotage you all the time.
Yeah, I am.
But a lot of these trades, if you'd have sent through Cozzy Pickett, we'd have said, mate, do not fucking do that.
Trade him.
Briggsy, do not
Yeah.
fucking do that. And then we get them Saturday when they're locked out and score like 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Learning points for me. I'll get better. So, fuck only knows
Oh, that's funny.
what I'm going to do this week. Clary can get fucked. So I don't care what else happens. He's gone.
Yeah.
But then it's Short. What's happened there? Am I having to get Short out? I don't know.
Short ahead. Yeah, I actually
Is
don't know.
Is he
Short
injured?
hair?
Knee.
Shade and
Laid out.
short.
I just.
We won't know till fucking teams.
I want to get Tom Green in. Again, the Bice thing again. If I had gone him out with the extra cash, I could have got Clary straight to Green. Instead, I'll need to get a little bit of cash. So, I don't know. Either maybe a rookie fix up or like Caleb Daniel or something to poo. I don't know.
You sound
What's
like
his
you're a bit stumped, mate.
Mate,
It's actually really hard.
Yeah.
I have so many problems.
Really hard this week.
And the last of my problems are the rookies. Bad.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Lindsay to Simpson, I think, and then put El Hooley onto my field. It's my last rookie in the mids, and then go Bicey to Steele.
You're going El Hooley onto the field.
Yeah, mate. If he's not sub, I think he scores well.
Okay.
When are the Bombers playing? Oh, fuck.
Oh, I tell you, that's the other thing that
When are
fucked
the
me
Bombers
this
playing?
week was my lack of
5:30
loop options.
Probably can't.
Can we
believe
get
that.
St Kilda off prime time? Like, if we get St Kilda into Sunday Arvo, then at least I can loop with Hasty.
Sydney.
And it's not much better this week.
Yeah.
Well, Sydney Carlton,
Yeah.
Friday,
Loop
Thursday,
Cleary.
Gold Coast Hawks.
Oh, you'll
That's
be
actually not bad.
looping clear.
Honestly, I feel some carnage coming this week at the
Yes.
selection
Yeah.
table. It's going to ruin me. Yeah, my trades, lads, I'm a bit stumped as well, but it's looking like, say Short's okay. It's looking like Lindsay would go to maybe El Hawley, and then, we've got to move Clary on, I think, and he would go up to anyone in the game.
Oh,
So
he
you
just,
just take
he
your
just has
pick?
to go.
So it's either Zorko probably, or I guess Tom Green's one of the guys.
Yeah.
Either of those two.
Or-
Whatever works for your buyers, probably.
Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a good point.
That's true. So whoever works in my buys. So, but yeah, man, if Shorty's proper injured,
Oh,
it would be
So
fucked.
if
It is what it is at
Shorty's
this point.
out, right,
Yeah.
maybe you get the luck of Coleman coming in and you can go down to him.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
pray. 'Cause
That would be
Brisbane
one of
did
the
struggle.
grades.
Yeah, because
I
that
don't know
could,
what he did in the
that could
VFL,
make
but that would
you
be massive.
a fair bit of coin, right?
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the mailbag here, and
a good shout.
start
Thank
with the old West Aussie. And he wants to give a big fuck you to Chris Fagan. At halftime, said they're going to
I thought
let
he was going to say
Dunks.
Jordan.
I literally in my head was like, oh,
I've got away with one there. Hunt, then not use him in the CBAs when the game is on the line is diabolical. 3 points I lost my head-to-head by. Should have matched the Baz captain. 21.59 should have been a 2200. Well, mate, 21.59, I tell ya, and there's not much sympathy coming from me with a score like that. That's a great score.
Anyone that captain Baz is just genius.
Well, just normal, smart coaches. Mr. T said, they say a week's a long time in footy. Well, what the fuck is it in fantasy? Gone from 5K to 18K in the space of 2 weeks. Going to be a long season, lol. I mean, that's who I said. I think me and Mr. T could be peas in a pot here. So, the slot machine said, oh no, Jordan Dawson, I'm guessing that is.
Wow.
Xavier Midsey,
Yep.
Caleb
fair.
Scamuel, Nick Fakos.
Fakos.
I gaze at the abyss that is my team and see these faces blankly staring back at me. It's said that to live is to suffer, to survive is to find meaning in the suffering. But whoever said that must have never played fantasy. Yeah, that has probably hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And then here he is, Mark Leonard said, time for you boys to stop ignoring him and put some respect on the name Jack Graham.
Oh, fuck. No.
what's his
seriously.
name?
No, he's taking the piss a bit. The
He's
best
gotta be.
the best player at the Eagles, a smoky for F6, and the definition of a tackling machine. That is until he plays a team
Best
where he
player
has
at
to
the
properly
Eagles, give
run.
me a spell.
Okay,
He's
so
taking the piss.
He's taking the piss.
No, he's taking the
Gotta
piss.
say, fuck you, Mark.
Well, hey, he's scoring okay.
Yeah.
He's scoring okay. AFL Fantasy Fiend said, after thinking my team was on the up last week, Amon, Oliver, Bice, Dawson, Chera, Long, McRae, Rankin, Daniel, and Cleary. And I think I've almost
He had
got 'em
everyone
all.
there, didn't he?
Yeah. Did I miss the fucking memo to get Baz C? Yeah, we all did, mate, apparently. How in all the fuckery did I end up with a 46k round rank with a 51 covering short? That is... Well, I had a 38k, so he didn't make 2,000.
Yeah.
That's
a few people
just-
didn't.
That's a full grimace shake,
Yeah.
that one. And just lastly, Tim, hey lads, I've managed to fuck my side even further.
Oh.
Eon El Hooley, well, at least he got him. Saw his 82, so reversed my Stewart to Zorko trade. Oh, I think I know where this is going already.
No.
And went Taranto for Lawler, took the C off Zorko and put it on Timmy.
Oh, Tim Taranto.
Oh.
Which would have
At
been at half time,
halftime,
just like full
Full
giving
double
Cobras.
potentially triple Cobras, and then just disaster strikes. Missed the short laid out, so ate a donut. I know people had donuts for that too. At least we had the 50 and still have Tom fucking Stewart in my side. That's fucked up, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, so I reckon we call it there. Just before we go, look, I've gone through some pain this episode, so if you feel like leaving a rating and review and leave us some nice comments to maybe make us feel slightly better about our my shit team. I don't know why I'm including you guys in that.
Just then?
There was an ant on my computer screen.
Salt or something.
No. Oh, there's massive salt from me. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Weekend Wash Up. You'll see a couple posts this week come out, I'm sure. And, hopefully we have a better weekend next week because that was a disgrace.
Speak for yourself.
Fingers crossed.
Well, you went 2100, mate. It's not. Come on. Let's have a big weekend of fantasy all round.
All right. Cheers, guys. Have a good week.
See ya.